Good morning, Mr. Snead. Mr. Snead, would you give us your full name and DOC number?
Jeffery R. Snead Sr., 299795.
Mr. Snead, I'd like to explain our process to you. First, I'm going to read some information into the record, and the board will then conduct a parole interview with you. At the appropriate time, we will allow the participants who've indicated they wish to have input to speak. You have one speaker today in opposition. That's Assistant District Attorney, Mr. Randall Meyer from Jefferson Parish. At the end, you'll be allowed to make a brief statement before the board votes. Do you understand our procedure, sir?
Yes, sir.
This is the matter of Jeffery O. Mitchell. I'm sorry, I got to pull up the wrong one. We had moved to a different place. This is the matter of Mr. Jeffery R. Snead, DOC number 299795, date of birth September the 5th of 1965. Mr. Snead is a fifth class felony offender. He has a parole eligibility date of February the 4th of 2022. He's not eligible for good time, and he has a full term date of February the 4th of 2025. He is serving a 4-year term for distribution of cocaine, where he was adjudicated habitual offender.
Excuse me, sir. I'm serving for distribution. I have a simple burglary charge.
Well, my records reflect that you have a distribution of cocaine, 2 distribution of cocaine charges where you were revoked. You may have completed that sentence. You do have a simple burglary charge where you were adjudicated a habitual offender as well.
Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, is that all accurate?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're reading from the previous of the parole.
Correct. You were revoked at some point and sentenced on the cocaine charges.
No, sentence on the burglary charge.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your case has been assigned to Ms. Wise. Would you please answer any questions she may have?
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
It's okay, under the circumstances.
Good, good. How old are you today?
I make 58 in September.
Yeah, yeah. And of them 58 years of living, how many of them were spent in jail, would you say?
Approximately 20.
20 of your 58, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember how old you were when you first got arrested?
Approximately maybe 19, somewhere in that area.
It was 1988, so you was about 23.
Somewhere in there, yes, ma'am.
Something like
I think it was a battery charge or something. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. So tell us, why you in jail? What's going on?
Well, I had got out and I was doing okay, and I didn't handle situations well when my mother passed, and I made some bad decisions.
And when did your mother passed? I'm sorry to hear about your mom. When did she pass?
Maureen Killing. She passed and I got out in 19. She passed like in 20. And
You don't remember what day it was? You don't remember the date?
it was July 20th. And I didn't cope well, and I made some decisions to deal with my feelings through drugs, which led to other things, the burglary, and it caused me to be in a situation I am in now. I hold no one accountable.
So tell me this about the drugs. How long you been using drugs?
I started with cocaine approximately in 87, somewhere in that area. But I've been smoking.
You said age 7?
Yes, ma'am. And I've been experiencing with marijuana from a younger age. I don't remember exact age.
Who would give a 7-year-old cocaine? Where do you get
I
cocaine
didn't
from?
say a 7-year-old, I said I've been experiencing with marijuana at a young age. I didn't say I started at 7 years old.
Oh, you said 87. Oh, I just finished.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am,
you said
87. Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
sorry. I didn't pick
Yes,
that up. Oh, okay.
ma'am.
Okay. That's a whole lot different. Okay.
Yeah,
So then that's when your criminal activity started in 88.
yes, ma'am. Really, it was a domestic abuse that they elevated to a battery charge. Thing. That's what originally they came to the house for. And they exceeded to the battery charge.
What have you done for your drug use? What kind of treatments have you had?
Well, I've been currently sent here to participate in various programs, but as of yet, I haven't been enrolled because they have a cap of a 2-year or 3-year thing before I could participate. But
Okay.
when I was sent here, I was under the influence. That's why I was sent here by the Department of Correction to enter the programs.
I understand those things happen.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
let's back in your history. Back in 95, you had Blue Walters. Do you
Yes,
remember that?
ma'am. Yes,
Remember?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I had Blue Walters.
What was your Walters?
Excuse me?
Do you remember what you learned there? What were your takeaways?
It was a variety of things I've learned, you know. I didn't utilize them when I went out there for the coping skills and different resources that I could have used to assist me when I came to the urge, such as mentors and things of that nature. I'm not gonna sit here and give you, I'm gonna say a bunch of bull. I haven't made the right choices, and I understand that, and this is the repercussions of that. You know, I'm not sitting here today to get the board to overlook my past or anything of that nature, because that's just not gonna happen. And you know,
Let's follow on your history. So in 2019, you went to the Concordia substance
and I
abuse
did
program.
6 months over there.
You completed that.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you got out this time, you came out having completed a substance abuse program.
Yes, ma'am.
But yeah, when life happens and you know, heaven forbid, you know, your mother passed,
Yes, ma'am.
everything you learned went out the window.
Yes, ma'am. I didn't use any of it. As I say, I made wrong decisions and I chose the wrong outlet. And I understand it, you know.
Okay, because when you released in August of 19, you got revoked June 16 to 21. So you know, you didn't quite make 2 years on supervision. That's concerning, very concerning for me. Then you've had, the department is giving you 2 substance abuse programs. I do want to inform you that there's law enforcement opposition to your early release. There's nothing you can do about that.
Yes,
And the victim is opposed. Nothing you can do about that. I just want to state that. And when your victim indicated they really want their power tools back, because you had got into taking people's property, going and pawning and buying drugs. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but was that what was happening?
yes, ma'am. That's just, you know, that's what I, you know, pleaded to, you know, and I have the restitution to pay that. I'll agree to all that upon the conditions of the plea deal. I understand that I have to pay my dues to society. I understand that.
Okay. And now the records I have show that you have 10 years of education. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Have you tried to work on your HiSET, the GED?
It's a cap. Everything has a cap.
And it's indicated you have 1 child.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Yes,
How old is your
ma'am.
child?
36.
What kind of relationship you have with that child?
It's okay. It's not like I would want it to be by me coming back and forth to prison. It's kind of distant, you know, but
Is it a boy or girl?
it's a boy. And he's very upset with me also for me returning because, you know, it's breaking his heart actually, because he's looking for that father figure thing and I'm just not there for him. So it's heartbreaking for me also because I have Go ahead on now.
Yeah, what?
You know, I have feelings and emotions about what I did and stuff, and I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with that. And I understand. I'm not, like I said, I'm not looking for the board to give me a pity party or anything of that nature. You know, I want help, so I'm asking for help.
Okay. There was some hospital stays the last time you were in jail. Do you have any health issues going on?
I have hypertension extremely bad. My pressure was like 2 something over 130 on several occasions, and they brought me to the hospital. I'm still dealing with that now.
Okay. Oh, good. Good. But you know that's manageable now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I exercise and take the medication and stuff that they give me.
Good. Good. Okay. Good. All right. That's all I have. I'll wait to hear from others. I do want to state for the record, I'm sorry, you do have low needs and you do have moderate risk. So I just want to state that about that.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's hear from Mr. Meyer in opposition. Mr. Meyer?
Good morning, Randy Meyer, Assistant DA Jefferson Parish. Mr. Snead has a 33-year criminal history, and as he stated, he spent about 20 of his 57, 58 years incarcerated. 16 months after he completed parole, he committed this offense. His supervision record is very poor. As noted, he has a moderate risk assessment, which is not something we see too often. I like what he's saying about needing help. He wants to get help, and I think it would be beneficial if the board could give him some help before he eventually is released. He has had no programs since this 2021 conviction. I think clearly he needs some help. He needs some programming before he could be released back to society. So at this time, we're opposed to his request.
Thank you, Mr. Meyer. Panel ready to vote?
Yes, sir. Mrs. Snead, I'm concerned about you. I'm concerned about the community most importantly. You've got to leave other people's property alone.
Yes, ma'am.
Got to. Yeah, there has to be something in your head that tells you, I just can't do it. I can't take nobody else's property. It has been said over time that everybody don't get it the first time or the second time they go to treatment. I am just optimistic that you'll get it the third time. For my vote, I'm going to vote to grant you parole after you complete a long-term substance abuse treatment program. That means you sit on the front row. And every I have to sit on the front row. Look at that. Listen, you'll need no distractions.
Yes, ma'am.
And if the time allows, after you finish the substance abuse treatment program, be transferred to a transitional work program.
Yes,
If the time allows. Once you're released, I want you to report weekly to probation parole for the first 4 weeks. You have a very poor supervision history.
yes,
And I would like to see probation parole do random drug screens and that you follow the release plan set by Steve Holt.
yes, ma'am.
This time, we want that release plan to be a condition of supervision. If they say 3 AA meetings a week, condition of your parole is 3 AA meetings a week for as long as you're on parole.
Yes,
That's the only way you're gonna change to get involved in an AA, in a RCR community.
yes, ma'am.
Best wishes to you, sir. I'm voting one vote.
Thank you, Ms. Myers. Ms. Jackson?
Hi, Mr. Snead. I too was encouraged to hear that you want help. That's a good first step. And, hopefully if you take this step, take it seriously, then you can have the relationship with your son that both of you desire or need as well. So my vote is to grant upon completion of a long-term DOC substance abuse treatment program and with the same special conditions as Mrs. Watts.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Snead, you have 2 votes to conditionally grant your parole. I agree with both my colleagues that you need some help. And I think that Steve Hoyle long-term treatment facility is something that can help you, but it's not the end all. You've got to want it, and you've got to go in there and take to heart everything they say. You've got a long history.
Yeah.
And the next time you get convicted, you may never get out of it.
Yes, sir.
So I hope you take advantage of this. So you have 3 votes today to grant your parole conditionally upon your completion of a long-term treatment program. And if time remains before you are released, to go into the transitional work program. In addition to that, once you are released, you'll have to report weekly to your parole officer for the first 4 weeks. Follow specifically all the plans of the Steve Hall program that you're taking, and also that you do randomly drug screening. So good luck to you.
All right, thank you, sir. And all this would be sent over here, and how long, did it take before I?
We'll get the paperwork over there, and we'll do everything from this end to try to get you into that program as quickly as we can.
Okay, thank y'all for your time. I appreciate y'all giving me another opportunity.
Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.